Notice that Katerina is with us as well this morning.
Oh, great. Hi,
our other
Kat.
VP of Philanthropy.
Morning, everybody.
Katerina, do you want to introduce our speaker, or do you want me to? I'm prepared to, but
Oh,
it's up to
sure.
you.
I can totally do that. Give me 1 second, please.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Let's see. Good morning, everybody. So we have Nina Patel from Friendship Foundation joining us. And I'll have Nina introduce her speakers and participants as well. Nina is the managing director of Friendship Foundation. She joined the foundation almost 6 years ago, initially as the development director. Prior to joining the Friendship Foundation, she was on the board of Manhattan Beach Education Foundation for 9 years, where she served as the VP of fundraising for 2 years and as president for 3. She and her husband have raised 3 sons in Manhattan Beach and have made South Bay their home. Nina is passionate about education, but more than that, always seeking for ways to inspire all children as they develop. She believes that the foundation can enrich the lives of children and adults of all abilities. Now, one fun fact, I've asked her to include some fun fact, is that her and her sister have always dreamed about being bartenders and running a Cheers-like bar, where everyone knows your name. They call themselves Dark and Stormy. They've only had 1 bartending experience so far, but practice at home using their husbands as guinea pigs. How fun. Thank you for joining us, Nina. I'll hand this over to you now.
Thank you so much, Katerina, and for great communication back and forth. I know you and Gail have been working really hard at getting speakers to the Vistas group. Vistas for Children really represents family to me. I joined the foundation about 6 years ago, and you've been in support of our programs for so many years prior to me joining. And then, through Pam and Cindy and Terry, and now you, Josephine, leading the way. It's so impressive to have an all women's group do such tremendous work, raising millions and millions of dollars to organizations like us and supporting children's and lives and transforming and changing them in ways that you guys will never know, but the ripple effects are great. And I'm going to have 2 parents come on. One is sent us a video, but another parent on Zoom today is Andrea Lynch, and has been part of the foundation for a really long time, and can express to you, what it means to have your support, and not just support for 1 year, but the fact that you've supported us for 10 years. It is that kind of continuity that helps us continue to grow. And I want to share with you guys some of the things that have happened in 2020. For lots of us, it's been a mentally challenging year, economically challenging year, challenging for our kids. And so how did Friendship Foundation fare through all of this? Because of your support, and because we didn't have camps this year. Typically, when I write my grant proposal to all of you, I ask for camp support for summer camp and a Lake Arrowhead camping trip. But this year we didn't have that happening. And so what we did, and we took your funds and we put them to great use. For 5 months during the pandemic, we offered all our programs free of charge to all families across the state of California. So we didn't, all of a sudden when we went to Zoom and we went virtual, we could expand our wings. And so we also talked to lots of organizations on the East Coast. And we are proud to say, through a pandemic, we have become a national organization. We're providing programs to kids across the nation. So that has been tremendous. I have to thank all of you for continuing to support us even through a tough year. And that tough year allowed us to support thousands of kids for free, and to parents who needed it, the parents who needed a boost, the parents who didn't need to worry about money this past year for 5 to 6 months with us. And as always, we continue to provide such incredible scholarships. Anybody who writes to me and asks for help is never denied. And that goes to thanks to all of you also. I wanted to see if I could share screen, because I wanted to show you a little short video and then introduce a mom of a son who volunteers with us as she gives her little testimonial today.
I made you hosts, Nina.
Perfect. I see that. Thank you so much. Let's see. I thought I had everything open today, but maybe I didn't. Let's see. Um, Bear with me just a second. There it is. Are you able to see this screen? No,
Not yet.
not yet. Okay. There it is. And sometimes I have a sound issue, so let me give this a try and hopefully we have sound. Let me look up. Oh, sorry, that was me.
No sound, Nina.
No sound?
But the pictures are beautiful, so it's okay.
I'm so sorry that you couldn't hear the sound. I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. I did it once before. If anybody has a tip, it's a very short video and I could possibly play it again.
I wish I had a tip. I don't know if there's anything you need to press.
Yeah, this happened to me once before and I was able to turn on the sound. I should have practiced it, so I apologize.
Well, the pictures are beautiful. Do you want to let us know what the video said, maybe?
Sure. Gosh, I had it down before. Basically, the video is about the fact that all of us can see it on someone's face when you've touched their lives. That when you embrace somebody or you see that smile and you see that joy that you bring, that it is, you feel it instinctively and you feel it in your hearts. And that's what we try to do at the Friendship Foundation. We connect people. And our whole premise as we move into our future is that everyone has a place at the Friendship Foundation. And we welcome you to find yours by coming to us and joining our efforts. So that was kind of the premise of that. Now I'm a little nervous because I do have a video from a parent, and I want to make sure that I can also show you her video. And let's see if not, I can definitely move forward with some of the other things we had planned. Let's see. I have a feeling I might have the same issue, so let me see. Gonna start this again.
I can hear sound, Nina, but it's so far away. And I'm wondering on the bottom of the screen where it's the green button that says share screen, does it have any options for you there for volume or to share sound?
Um, Not seeing anything here.
Am I on mute? Okay. Should we just kind of move on and have you tell us about what the video said? And
Yes.
if you can play the video of the parent, that would be wonderful. But if not, we'd love to hear from I believe it's Andrea Lynch who joined us today.
Yes.
And have her speak to us as well.
Sure. So before I hand it over to Andrea, I just wanted to say the mom that was speaking on the video is a parent of a volunteer, and her son and daughter had volunteered with us before the pandemic, had come to beach camps, and had come to a lot of our community programs. But during the pandemic, something special really happened. 1 week after the shutdown, we started a new program called Skype Pals. And that was a one-to-one program where the kids would meet once a week to 2 to 3 to 4 times a week, according to how their schedules worked out. And what we noticed in the beginning of the pandemic, everything was very quiet. Everything was really shut down, and our volunteers were meeting with their buddies a lot more often. So Jack and Joe have become really good friends, and they've been at it for over 8 to 9 months now. And it was just an expression of her thanking all of you and just saying that it has really changed who Jack is. Jack will drop anything he's doing with his other friends to be with Joe because he's really embraced Joe as his friend. And Joe and Jack meet, once to twice a week to watch sports games, play tic-tac-toe, and just share little things about their lives. And I know a lot of you have students and children, and if they want to get involved in, we've moved it from Skype Pals to Zoom Pals, but Zoom Pals is available to all of you, and it's just, they make up the time that they can meet on a weekly basis, and it is the pinnacle of what we want to achieve. And I think my favorite line that you didn't get to hear from Kathy was, Joe and Jack are going to be friends beyond the Friendship Foundation, which is where I feel like we've hit success. During the pandemic, we've opened up 20 new programs and continuing to do that. If many of you are not receiving our friendship news, I kind of cover that every week on a Thursday newsletter. So just let me know, or Josephine, you can let me know if anyone's interested in being part of that newsletter, and I'll subscribe them to that. Without further ado, I do want to invite Andrea to speak. Andrea Lynch has.
Right before, sorry, Nina, I have my husband. He's in IT, and I'm wondering if he can just briefly troubleshoot, and if it takes more than like a minute, we'll keep going. Is that okay with you, Josie and Nina?
Absolutely. And if for any
Okay.
reason we can't get the video volume to work, please email it to us and I can post it on our YouTube page so that all of our organization can see it, Nina.
Yeah,
Okay, we can do that.
I know, Nina, you went through a lot of effort to get this true. So I'm going to introduce Rob to you once.
Okay.
Yeah, come here.
Who's the host? I think they need to enable screen
I
share.
am the host.
Oh,
Okay, so Nina, she's got a video she'd like to share with us, but the volume isn't working.
Oh, I don't know how to do that on Zoom.
You know how to do it on Zoom?
Nope.
Okay, well, that's quick. Thanks. I thought I'd try that.
The shame is that it happened to me once before, and somehow I found the thing, and then
Yeah.
it was kind of troubleshooting during a meeting. So now my memory is gone, and I can't remember how to do it. But I will share both of those with you, Josephine, so you can share it with your membership. I think that would be great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nina.
And Andrea has been with us, I think, way before I joined the Friendship Foundation. And Sean has pretty much grown up with the Friendship Foundation. They've been to many camps, and not only has Sean been to camps, but her husband used to assist us and make sure that our camp was running smoothly. So I'll hand it over to Andrea to share her story with you.
Hi, everyone. Nina, I just don't want you to feel bad because I'm in IT, and every meeting that somebody wants to share a video on Zoom, it doesn't work. So it's not you, it's Zoom. All right. My name is Andrea Lynch, and I have a son, Sean, who's 27. He was diagnosed with something called Fragile X syndrome at 3. We lived in Miami at the time, and he grew up there until 2010, where we moved to Los Angeles. When we moved to Los Angeles, Sean went to Redondo Union High, and we were kind of lost. And somebody said to us, you have to check out the Friendship Circle. It was called the Circle at the time. We said, okay. So we did, and this guy, Jason, was the leader and just a wonderful man who had a program that had birthday club and a few other things. And it was fun. It was small. We're talking 2010. I think Friendship Circle had only been around a couple of years, but growing. And then Jason left and a few other people came and went. And then Nina and Rabbi Yossi, they took to driving it, and it became the Friendship Foundation, which at first was like a weird name to say for me. But I was like, okay, they're changing themselves from the circle. They must be doing more and bigger. And I was right. Their dream to expand everything just was incredible. They started doing things that Sean loves, like bowling, movie night, bingo, and they work with the community. They go to Hermosa Beach. This is before pandemic, of course. Go to the Hermosa Beach Community Center, and the police, Hermosa Beach Police, call the numbers. What more? I mean, it was just awesome. And then, of course, there's Sean's all-time favorite, camping, which originally Kevin used to go and help them, because Kevin and Sean would put up every, Kevin's my husband, would put up every tent and help them with everything. And he still would go if they had it. Then COVID came. And within 5 minutes, I swear, maybe it was a week, they had these programs up and running on Zoom, which was a lifesaver. Thank God they have it, because Sean volunteered at the Friendship Foundation, and of course, he couldn't do that anymore. He also volunteered at Salvation Army Meals for Wheels. Couldn't do that anymore. So what could Sean do? He rides his bike and he rides around town. But then at 2 o'clock when art comes, or 3 o'clock when, you know, sorry, everybody was instructed to stay away, but what can you do? When 3 o'clock comes with them, Sweat It Out with Mr. Daniel and all these programs, thank God we had them. I don't know what we would do without it, honestly. He gets so excited and he just doesn't stop talking, which is kind of Sean anyway, but he so happy to see people, even if it's on Zoom. The one other thing I wanted to mention is that, if I have a minute more, is that okay, Nina?
Sure.
Okay. I don't want to bore you guys with my stuff, but in 2018, my husband had an opportunity to move us all to New York City. And he works for health and hospitals there. And we went, and there weren't any programs. There was Friendship Circle, which the rabbi taught us about. We checked it out, but it was more for little kids, nothing for, you know, somebody past high school. And it was, I was like, wait a minute. I said, and I even said to them, don't you do movie night? And don't you do bingo? And don't you do all these different fun things? And they're like, no. I'm like, do you want me to help you put it together? And they're like, no. So after 6 months of trying to get Sean doing something, we actually gave up, and Sean and I came back to California, to Los Angeles. My husband stayed with my daughter because she was doing a program there, and we were separated. But I had to come back because I had to do it for my son. I'm his biggest advocate. I have to find things for him. I have to make sure he's happy. And Nina welcomed back with open arms, as well as everybody else, the rabbi and all the counselors, they're just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. I just want to say that now the campus is coming soon, I hope, a couple of years. And again, that's life-changing because as a parent of a special need, my biggest fear is he's going to hit 30 and age out and then do what? He can't get a job because jobs are so hard to get. And he could do anything. He really could. He's very strong and could work, but he doesn't get a chance. But the foundation gives him a chance. And I'm hoping that when the campus opens, that he'll be able to get a job, or maybe they'll open up a bar and I'll play guitar and you can do drinks, Nina, and Sean can clean up. But I wanted to thank you all for your attention, and I hope I was able to convey what the Friendship Foundation means to my whole family.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Josephine, I'm not sure how much time I have, but if I could have another minute.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
thank you so much, Andrea. We so appreciate you explaining how the Friendship Foundation has positively impacted your family. And we love supporting amazing organizations that do exactly that. And we're so happy and blessed to have you with us this morning. Thank you. And
Thank
yay, we're going to be rooting for your son.
Absolutely.
Sean is incredible. He is the hardest worker. And when he comes into the foundation, he has a list of activities to do. And our biggest fear is that he's going to be done in an hour. And then what's Sean going to do for the next 3? So, I mean, he's like zippy, 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 and he's quick and he's meticulous. So I know those are traits that our kids really do have. Andrea mentioned something, Josephine, and she mentioned a campus. We were in the newspaper, in the Beach Reporter, and the Easy Reader the last few weeks because we had not shouted from the mountaintops that we'd been working with the Redondo Beach Unified School District on building a 55,000 square foot campus called the Friendship Campus, supported by the Skechers Foundation in a big way. Thank goodness they came in as a title sponsor. We are going to start a capital campaign, but that is really, I would love to be invited and another time when you don't have a speaker to just talk to you about the campus. It's a huge project. It's a huge vision. It's ambitious. I would love, because Vista's been a part of us for so very, very long, for your membership to think about whether you want to make a legacy gift. We would love to have Vistas for Children on a plaque on our campus because you mean so much to us. We are not here today, and as big as we are and as fortunate as we are to build these programs without your support. It has taken all of you to make this happen. And I've been a volunteer for many, many years, and I know what that means. So I know what it means for all of you to give your blood, sweat, and tears. I've been to your galas, they don't just happen in a wink. They're just so much effort. And the idea that you guys do it with not as a paid position because you believe in making the world a better place, I cannot see a better name to have on our campus. So if there is a time in the future this year for me to come back and really do a great presentation on the campus, I would love to do that. It is going to be about vocational training, job placement, and employment. And I can share so many more details about that.
Well, Nina, we're so excited and we wish you guys the best. And, this is perfect timing because Kat and Gail are working on our grant application process. And as you know, that's how we distribute funds. And we absolutely would love to, be able to be a supportive of yours. So please get that application in. And you can't have a better reason than trying to help all those children in that magnificent campus that you have.
Yeah, just a show of hands if anybody saw the campus rendering by any chance. Because if I have just a moment, now there's no video, it's just me showing you just the rendering of the campus. So here it is. this is what the campus is going to look like. It's located on Inglewood Avenue, very close to 190th. It takes the entire block. And right behind it is a park. So this is a rendering done by Gensler, who is going to be our architectural firm. And this is the dream that Rabbi Yossi has been working on for about 15 years, and it's about to become real. So we're really, really excited.
We're very excited for you. That looks just beautiful. Definitely a lot of work and effort and thoughtfulness planning put into the making, I'm sure, over many years. So
Yeah, so and I'll take questions if you have time. I know you might have an agenda for your meeting today, but happy to answer questions.
thank you, Nina.
Does anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask Nina?
Gail?
Gail?
I just want to thank Nina and Andrea for a very compelling presentation this morning. It's so appreciated. And it means so much to our members to be able to hear what the good work that you are doing and continue to do for so many years. So thank you for today. Thank you for all that you do year in and year out. And we are proud to be able to support the Friendship Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nina. We're so happy to have been able to have you. Thank you, Gail and Kat, for setting this up for us. I know our members really enjoy listening to our guest speakers of the philanthropies that we support. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nina and Andrea.
you.
It was great to hear your talk. It was so heartfelt. Thanks.
Thank you.
Nina, if you could make me the host again.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to get back to work, Nina, okay?
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Stay safe, stay well.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, while Nina makes me the host, I will go forward with our agenda. And wasn't that wonderful? I love hearing our guest speakers. But next, I would like to talk about calendar in regards to the May 19th meeting. With the vaccine distribution happening right now, there is a possibility that we will be able to meet in person in May. The date that I was able to get the Palos Verdes Golf Club to do a bruncheon for us would be May 26th. Now that is not the May 19th date that we have on the calendar. And I just wanted to hear from our general membership to see if that would be something that you guys would be interested in doing. I've told the club to give me an estimate of how much it would be to host possibly 30 people in person. It would be outside in the Rose Garden, and it would be, per Los Angeles County requirements in regards to health and safety. But I don't know if you guys want to unmute yourself and just kind of let me know if you would first off be willing to meet on May 26th rather than May 19th. Typically in Vistas for Children, and this is mainly for the provisionals, we have two very nice luncheons that we do, one in the fall, one in the spring. The first one to welcome our provisionals, the last one to just thank everyone. And it's always so nice to see each other in more of a formal setting and having a wonderful, nice weather in Southern California day. I'm gonna ask you guys to unmute yourself and just give me a little bit of feedback on if that's something that I should continue to pursue. The affordability on it, just so you know, it would probably be about $1,800 for 30 people to be hosted for a luncheon at the Palos Verdes Golf Club. I'll have to talk to Dawn to figure out if that is something that we would ask members to possibly pay for a ticket, or if we have enough in our general administrative budget in order to pay for. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to unmute and give me a little feedback.
Hi, Josie, it's Roxanne, and I'm all for it.
All for it? Okay, anybody else?
Josie, I'm also for it. And I have an emergency patient at 10:40 I have to run to.
Thank you,
So
Kat.
thank you so much,
Bye,
everybody.
Great.
Bye.
Josie, I'm in.
You in? Okay, good. Gail, I saw your hand up.
I'm in.
As an older member, I'm in, but would there be an option to have a Zoom as
Yes.
well for those who couldn't be there? Okay, I think it's a great idea, and I hope we can all come together. Hi, Kim.
Great. And I see Kim, Julie, Nadia, Annie, Renee, okay.
I was out of the room, so I don't even know what we're talking about, to be completely honest with you. But if everyone else seems in, it sounds like it's not a bad plan.
It's
So-
an in-person luncheon in May in the Rose Garden at Palace Birdies
Oh,
Golf.
I'm 100% in.
Okay, yay. All right, Megan's in. So based on the show of hands, I will continue to pursue. I will present the contract to the executive board, who will then give me the permission to approve this. And boy, wouldn't it be just a really nice breath of fresh air, even outside socially distanced. Hopefully many of us have been vaccinated by then, or at least in a good spot health-wise. You know, and wouldn't it be nice to be able to see each other in person? So I will continue and we will march on. Just know that there may be a possible date change though, not May 19th, May 26th. So thank you all for listening and for giving me your feedback. Okay, next I'd like to talk about the nominating committee. So we are in the midst of beginning to have conversations. Thank you for those who have who we've reached out to, who have let us know or answered the survey that we sent out in Member Planet on if you're an active member next year, you have the ability to be able to be on the board. We are looking for people to fill positions on the board. Thank you to those board members now who have responded to us and let us know if they're going to be continuing on their position or if they'd like to shift to a different position. Our nominating committee, which is comprised of Gail, Terry, Roxanne Baker-Gian, Dawn Onfuso, Priscilla Hadudel, and myself, we're working on scheduling a meeting. We've already created an Excel spreadsheet to start plopping names in. So I just wanted to let the general membership know, be on the lookout. You might get a call or a text. Reach out to us, reach out to any of the people that I named if you're interested in being on the board. I do envision a fashion show for next fiscal year in March, which I will be so excited about. And hopefully we will have our fashion show chairs who do an amazing job for that. Not sure about fall yet. That may be too soon to tell on what we'll be able to do. We'll still have to have a fundraiser, but we'll figure it out as the time comes. So I just wanted to discuss a little bit about that. Does anyone have any questions? One of the things that I thought that's important to let you guys know in the bylaws, even if you've fulfilled 2 years on the board, there's nothing that says you can't do a third year. So that may be a question that some of you may have. So please just know that in the bylaws, you can continue for as long as you like, or as long as the nominating committee sees you as a good fit and the general membership votes that that position will be filled. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to our secretary, Miss Claudia Dickens, who has already said she's returning next year. Thank you so much for that. Yay, Claudia. Claudia, I'd like to ask you to make a motion for the minutes of the November 11th, 2020 general meeting.
Motion to pass the minutes of November 11th general meeting.
Great. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Unmute yourself if you're opposed. Okay, motion carries. Now I'm going to move on to our VPs of the spring fundraiser. Nadia and Renee and Malia and Susan Ramirez have been working so hard on our March 14th event. I'm so excited for them to tell you all about it. Renee and Nadia?
Hi, yes. And eventually, Josie, I'll need to share the screen. But before I do that, I wanted to just remind everyone, when we first started organizing the Wellness Walk, it was an alternative to the original fashion show, which had to be postponed because of the pandemic. And our intent in creating the walk was to emulate our founders who held the first fundraiser, which was a run. Then our world shifted even further, and Los Angeles became and still is the epicenter, sadly, of this worldwide pandemic. So we had to pivot again and have this very important fundraiser be completely virtual, which means there will be no physical walk. However, the needs of our children and our philanthropies, don't go on hold. They still need our help. And it was really refreshing to hear Nina Patel and really hear a mom speak as a mother and for her son. And it was really resonated when she says, I'm my son's advocate. So what we're going to do now is taking all those elements into consideration, we decided to dedicate our fundraiser to a complete virtual walk, and we're calling it Walk with Your Heart. You'll be able to join a team, create a team, make a donation. And I'm going to share now. Can I share now, Josie? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. And I want to introduce, some of you may know or may not, well, actually nobody knows because we haven't been able to meet in person, but virtually, Nadia El-Garbly McMahon, who is the mastermind behind this invite. It was her concept and she did such an incredible job. And I just want her to share. This is the front of the invite. Nadia, you wanna take us?
Sure. So I think the last time we met as a group, they saw some random ideas that probably weren't all pulled together. So here we have it done. Here is the Join the Team Walk for Wellness. Hold on, let me. This is a simple 5x7 card that opens like a book. So you're looking at the front cover, and as you go to open it, the next page is, can I get that over here? Oh, there it is, okay. So on your right-hand side, you'll see that we have our Palos Verdes Estates map, where I've added some peacocks and palm trees. And this was to kind of supplement the virtual feeling of our walk, but to give our neighborhood a little bit of something. And then on the left, I call it the Ready, Set, Go page, because that is the page where we're engaging the guest and our members to go online and register for themselves and to form a team.
Next page, Nadia.
Yeah, next page, please. Okay. The back cover of the invitation is the grant recipients 2020. And then on the right-hand side, you're looking at an insert, which gives our opportunity ticket drawing prizes, the Terranea Resort Day Spa, the Apple Watch, and a $250 gift card to Active Fever in Redondo Beach. We will be doing the drawing live. I'm not sure if it's Facebook, we're getting the platform figured out, on the 14th. And $25 is all it takes for someone to participate, enter, and get a chance to win. The other side of that insert is the mission statement for Vistas.
So I'm going to stop share now. I want to thank Nadia because she spent countless hours and she's a perfectionist and very detail oriented. And but it's beautiful. It is in print at the moment. it will be picked up, I think, later this week, and Josie is arranging to mail physical one. Every member in provisional is going to get one. And then the next question you may have, I'm going to stop share, Josie, is, okay, well, how can I get others to join me? We'll be creating teams, and there's a platform, and Susie Ramirez, who is on, I think I saw her on the call too, is working very hard on the back.
Susan is on.
She's on, okay. So, and I wanted to say we're not ready to share incentives, but we are working on a membership internal incentive to get people competitive and build your teams and get those donations. But Susie, you want to tell us about what we can expect?
Yes, thank you so much, Renee. And again, as Renee had said, I'm just very excited to be working with our wonderful spring committee on this fabulous event. Now that you have the details about our virtual wellness walk, what are the next steps? I know you're thinking, what can I do now? It's really quite easy, and I will share 3 ways that you can get involved. So the first way is by joining the walk and registering and creating a team, or just joining as a virtual walk participant. Number 2 is joining and becoming an event sponsor, or also securing an event sponsor if you have some contacts out there. 3 is just by donating to the walk. If you just don't want to, register, don't want to create a team, but just want to donate, you can do that as well. And this is what we are actually calling, it's a peer-to-peer fundraiser. It's, different from our galas, our golf tournaments, things like that. And so what this means is that your network has the power in numbers. The more people that you reach out, the more money that you will help to raise, and the greater impact that we have to support our VISTAS children and their families. I'll give you an example. If I donate to my team or register online and give $25, and then I ask 5 friends to give 25, and then they ask 5 friends to give 25, and so on and so forth, you can imagine the impact that it would have on our event. So the best way that you can make the greatest impact and make it fun is really to start a team and get going on your fundraising. What you can do today is start by thinking about perhaps your team name, creating something fun, and I'll start thinking about who are the folks that you can reach out to your network to start building your team. Each of you will be able to join our walk by next week when the registration link will be posted on our VISTAS website. So stay tuned for an email that will give you details on how to easily create your virtual team, register as a walk participant, or even just donate. The details regarding the different virtual sponsorship levels that I also discussed will be posted on our VISTAS website, as well as an offline registration form that will allow you to either just make a straight donation and you can mail that in to our VISTAS address, or set up an online team. But if you need extra help, you can also use that form, and the spring committee team will definitely help you guys do that and create it and make it fun for everyone. So we are here, Nadia, Renee, and myself, to really make this easy for you and allow everyone to get involved. Together with each of your support, we will have a very successful walk. And I want to thank you in advance on behalf of Renee, Nadia, and myself for participating and promoting our event to your network of contacts, because again, it is a virtual event and you can share this with your friend in New York, your cousin in Australia, or your grandma in the South San Francisco area. So anywhere, anybody can be a part of this event. So again, thank you so much for listening and getting excited about our event. Continue to stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you at our virtual wellness walk.
Thank you so much. Susan, Renee, and Nadia have been doing an incredible job at pulling this event together. The invitation is really, really beautiful. Renee and Susan and Nadia have been working so hard at creating this, again, virtual event, which is typically our fashion show. And obviously, you know, we're in Los Angeles, so we don't even feel that it's a smart move to even say for people to walk, you know, with us. So right now, this is what we're doing, and we do feel really strongly about it. Thank God we're using the same Greater Giving platform. Susan already has experience in programming that. She's doing a great job programming this virtual walk side of the platform. And we're really looking for everyone to support us and do what you lovely ladies always do when we have our fundraisers. Some business for me to mention is typically for our fundraiser, as we did in the fall, we ask for auction items, and there's a value to what the minimum of that auction item needs to be. So in the past, we've had that ask for the auction item to be between $100 and $200. For the fall fundraiser of Diamonds in Denim, we asked for the value to be $200 because the ticket price was only $75. Because we're not having an auction for this spring fundraiser, we're asking for our actives and provisionals for their obligation to sell $300 worth of tickets. So for example, I as a provisional could pay for my $25 ticket and then send invitations to some of my friends, family, cousins, whatnot, and have the $300 add up in receipts like that. Or I can just buy $300 worth of donation money on the Greater Giving, and then we check the box on the obligation. If anyone has any questions on that, please speak up so that we can discuss it. Besides that, I think I'm going to open it up to remarks, questions, comments, if anybody has any feedback that they'd like to give us. So please unmute yourself.
I just have one more thing two more things to add. One is we're working on a video idea that actually Nadia came up with, and it's to take a selfie video of yourself and promote this is how we walk for Vistas. More detail to come on that. We have to be creative in how we're reaching out to others. Nadia, do you have anything else to add to that? It's a great idea, and there'll be guidelines as well.
So, thanks, Renee. There's a take on the ice bucket challenge, which was done by ALS a couple years ago, and the videos that were posted, this is when they were dumping ice water on people, went viral. And the idea is, because we can't see each other, because we're feeling disconnected in general because of the pandemic, that if we could decide how we walk, and how we walk could be you're walking your dog, it could be you're walking in your house, it could be you're jumping, you're dancing, you're singing, you're cooking, you're striking a pose, you're cheering, basically anything that you want to do, but it's how you choose to walk for Vistas. And the videos will, Susie Ramirez is going to do her magic on how they actually will come over, but we will have incentives for the funniest, the best. We'll figure it out. We're in planning. What we want to do is make sure that we attract people to keep going and looking at the team building and the barometer of how we're doing. So we need to have things that will attract people back to our event. And we don't have entertainment, so our videos become our fun way to let people do their own entertainment. So we're conceptual now, but working on it, and would love your ideas.
So we're looking for Insta stories for those of you that are on Instagram or Facebook. We're looking for you to create an Insta story or Facebook story, tag Vistas for Children, share it. Right now, Lisa Lazar isn't with us, but I can tell you that on our social media, we're not getting a lot of likes. I'm truly grateful for everyone that does like us, but I'm sometimes I get between 5 and 9. It would be great to at least get as many as there are participants on this call. If you're not on social media, I completely understand, but we need help in order to really get our following to increase. So please look for us on Instagram and Facebook, like our posts, and that helps us grow our audience.
So one more thing on that. I hired a techie company a couple of years ago for my own firm. And one of the things that was really interesting that we weren't doing is supporting each other. So if I see that someone that's a member of Vistas has posted, I have to like it. We have to like each other to keep the interest building. And that actually helps you get not only the friends of all of us surrounding, but it actually helps you get your numbers up. So remember to look for someone and like them so that we support each other.
Okay, great. So I'm going to open it up to questions now.
I have a question.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi. I have a question about sponsorships. What are the sponsorships and what do you get? And as a sponsor, like, would you be a team? If I gave 2,500, which in fact I already did, I'm the first sponsor, just so you all know.
Thank you.
Are you?
Thank you, Dawn.
You're welcome. Am I now? Can I use that as my starting for my team, or is the team going to be something separate from the sponsorship, or how?
So
How that's going to work? Or?
To answer that, we would want you to register once the platform is up on Greater Giving, so you can create your team if you like, if you want to do the team. The team thing isn't required, but we'd like you to. And everything that you receive for the Denim and Diamonds sponsorship, you are receiving the equal value for the spring. So we will put you on the website. We will mention you on social media. You will be on our newsletter. All of those items that you got for the fall, you are getting the identical match for spring. And we will have that all listed on the Greater Giving site that Susan Ramirez is finishing up, and it will be out to you guys by the latest next week.
Awesome.
And Dawn, to answer your question, with regards to sponsorship, I am trying to see, I think there's a way to do that where whatever your sponsorship, it will go into your team total.
Great.
Because that, makes a difference. So thank you.
Questions? I'm trying to see, let me skip through the pages if anybody has questions. Okay, I don't see any raised hands. So we're going to move on in the essence of time because it's 10:25. I don't see Brenda or Ellen on the call, but I'd like to ask our 18 provisionals to really consider being on the board next year. We've had an incredible year of provisionals. You guys are amazing. And we'd really like you to answer that survey on Member Planet to let us know, the things that you enjoy, how many hours you'd like to give to the organization if it works in your schedule, and to please consider being on the board. Moving on marketing, our website was launched. I think it was the second week of January. Maybe the first week of January. Now I don't even remember. All my days are running together. Please check out our website. It's beautiful. We're so proud of it, and you should be proud of it and show it to anybody who asks who Vistas for Children is. Have them look at our website. It explains everything. It's got videos. One big thing that you should be on the lookout for is you will have a member portal. Just yesterday, I emailed to our website administrator all of your email addresses. And what he's going to do is he's going to create a login and a password for you so that in our own website, you can log into the portal and you can see minutes. You can see expense reimbursement forms. You can look at photos, private photos of events that we would like to put in there. There will be many, do you remember the Vistas binder that we used to have for provisionals? So that will no longer exist, and it will all be on our website. So look out for that. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Hopefully you guys like it and you find it useful. Susan, on the agenda, I have sponsorship. we kind of already touched on it, but would you like to add a little something to it, Susan Ramirez?
I'm trying to think what else I could add to it. I don't really have anything else yet to add to that right now, Josie.
I kind of agree. We already answered.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dawn, for asking the question.
Thank
Okay,
you, Dawn.
we're actually going to move on to Dawn, our treasurer, to let us know where we're at on the financials.
Hi, everybody. I think Josie had included the December financials as an attachment when she sent out for this meeting. The numbers have changed just slightly. We did get a $500 general donation from one of our alumni, Sally Landerville, at the end of the month, which was unexpected and very nice. And but I've also started to pay some of the invoices for expenses for the upcoming event. Mostly, we're not going to have a whole lot of expenses. It's mostly just the design of those, beautiful invitations and the printing of the invitation and the postage and things like that. So I have started cutting some of those checks. So that's changed the numbers a little bit. Our current bank balance then is $76,458. And our net profit at the moment is $65,710 or 711, if I round it. And the profit from our fall event was $49,227, just shy of what our goal was of 50,000. I do want to comment, we did raise actually over our goal, but the expenses were just a little bit slightly above the goal, more than what we wanted to spend. So pretty darn close, and it puts us on track for being able to grant what we want to grant at the end of the year. So that's
Dawn, I have a question. So just super simple. If we were to shut the doors today, how much could we grant the kids?
Well, again, our net profit is at 65,710, but we have to keep, we have to think about next year and when we're going to start doing live events again, because you always have to do deposits like a year in advance. So we just have to keep that in mind, but at least 60,000, 60 to 65,000 we have.
And that's incredible.
This moment.
That's incredible, ladies, during a COVID year. You guys should all be incredibly proud of that. And then one really exciting thing happened, I think 2 days before New Year's, we got the $10,000 Morgan Stanley grant. And that's what kicked up our balance up over, $65,000. So that's incredible, you guys. We're very fortunate that Ann Lampy continues to do the grant writing for us. And we're very fortunate to be recommended by an alumni family, and we're able to get that $10,000 grant. So kudos to this organization for getting that.
Yeah, connection. That's really important. Any connections, I mean, that's what we need for corporate sponsors as well. But there's companies out there that want to be philanthropic, and it's up to us to try to reach out and have them support Vista on an ongoing basis. The other thing I just want to mention, since Josie, since we were talking about the nominating committee, I've been the treasurer for 2 years now. I'd really like to move on and perhaps do something different. I know people think you have to have a big financial background to do this job. You don't. I did not. My husband's a CPA. I work for a CPA firm, but I am not a CPA. I'm a journalist by trade. So I'm a word person, not a numbers person. So don't let it intimidate you if it's something you think you want to do. It's a great job because you get to be involved in every single aspect of what we do. And that's what I've loved so much about it, because I've been so involved. I've got to know everybody. I've got to know the inner workings of Vistas. So if you're thinking about a position, don't be afraid to try this position, and I will be here also to try, to show you everything, and I won't just hand it over and be gone. I will be there to hold your hand. So think about it. It's a really great position.
On that topic, Josie, is there a list of the open board positions?
Yes, and I can email it to you, Kim. I've got it.
Okay. It might-
I
it
may
might
I
be-
may actually email that to all provisionals, all actives, now that we've had a couple conversations, but just please know that it's obviously a live document that's changing.
Sure, absolutely. Great
Uh,
idea, though. Thank you.
One other thing I wanted to say about financials is I am so grateful and humbled and seeing on Facebook that many people have been doing these fundraisers. And Dawn will start to see those funds from Facebook come into our bank account. Dawn, have you seen any of those funds come in yet?
It's really weird. I got $50 and I'm from one of the Facebook ones. I'm not sure which, because I know the one that you did, we brought in more than 50. So, but
Yeah,
it said it might take a couple months. I'm keeping my eye on it to see.
I've seen multiple $200 ones. I know
Right.
that.
I had, Josie, this is Olga. Mine was early this month, so I don't know how quickly they are. I don't know. 2 months is a lot of time for them to do
Yeah,
it.
I tried to set up automatic, wire transfer, and I don't know if they ever accepted it. I never got, I don't know. So they send checks, and when they send checks, it takes a really long time, but I'll, keep my eye on it and let you know when we get, but we did get $50 from.
Thank you, Dawn, for following
Facebook.
up on the Facebook money, because I am seeing that. I am seeing people do that. And everybody, it's Olga's birthday today. So if you want to unmute yourself and just say happy birthday to Olga.
Happy birthday, Olga.
Birthday, Olga.
Great day.
Happy birthday, Olga.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Yeah, gracias. Sorry, I'm still in my PJs.
That's the beauty of Zoom. I have no pants on during this.
That's a good birthday to start in PJs.
Well, it's my birthday, so I refuse to be in the